What's up everyone, Irrigation Farmer back today. And well, today I'm getting ready for tomorrow because tomorrow, weatherman said we're supposed to have about 80-85 miles per hour of wind. And well, that's not going to be a good day. So we're getting some things ready, kind of go from there. So Dad and I connected this piece of equipment. I honestly don't even know what you'd call it. It's, as you can see, it's been sitting for a long time. I'm going to say it's kind of a chisel plow, but there's no really plow to it. It's just a chisel, I guess. Call it that. But we attach this in case it does get a little windy. What we want to do is if things start blowing really bad, these will kind of go into the ground just a little bit and disturb it and pull up clods and hopefully prevent some wind from blowing everything away. Now most of our farm is pretty well covered with either corn stalks or alfalfa or some type of residue. We have a little bit of dry land spots, especially on my farm that's new, that I try plant stuff out there and nothing really grows, and I've got cattle out there because, well, I'm trying to let them graze everything. So that might blow. We'll find out. That's why I got this attached. Be ready for tomorrow, so if it does get really nasty and we just see a big dust storm coming from our fields, we can do something about it. For now though, I'm gonna go drive around, kind of check other things, make sure everything's looking all right, and make sure nothing's gonna blow away. So here's one of my pivots here. I'm trying to get a good angle because it's kind of sunny, but you can see we leave all of our residue so we don't work our ground right now. And then here's my corners over here. I did not cut this feed, so it's got nice cover here, so I'm not worried about this at all. Now cattle will come out here, and a lot of times they overgraze the corners and not the pivots, but that's just dry land versus irrigation issues. Everyone else fighting like colds that last forever. I've gone through 3, I think, right now, but this last one just will not go away. And yeah, terrible. But we'll go look at the other fields real fast and pipe, and that's kind of it for the day. Here at the other farm now. So the other day I tied up those pipes, so hopefully they don't blow. But luckily the wind's coming from the west, southwest area. Like this spot looks good out there. This spot's not bad. They're ready to move, but I'll show you real fast. I got a field or a spot over there that was just pure dry land, and it is gonna be a problem. But this, I mean, I'm ready for them to move. Hopefully this week they do, but that should not blow at all, so it should be good. Our program is to have cattle on all of our acres. It just helps clear up the residue, and also you get a little manure from it, and then also the biological is the big portion of it to help with the soil health. But you have to be careful not to overgraze, because that can cause major problems because we get wind. So as I said, this field here, it's definitely, they need to get moved, but timing wise, hopefully they'll be out this week. This other spot just never really had anything there to begin with. Sorry about that. No seatbelt and only driving like 10 miles per hour, so didn't have one. But anyways, so this spot over here, I never really had much growth to begin with. It's just dry land area, and it's the problem child that might blow. And it's right where the corrals are, where they go to get water, so they walk across this every day, and it just kind of prances it down a little bit. So you can see it's not terrible, but definitely some dry spots kind of out there, and that's what I'm worried about blowing. So I have that piece of equipment. If I do need to, this is only about 15 acres, I can do it really quick. And there's a spot up where that cow is that might blow as well. Same thing, it was dry land, was not able to, but hopefully it doesn't blow. We'll find out. Good morning. Sorry, out of breath. I just ran out in the wind, and it's here, guys. It's actually coming with a little bit of rain, so that's really good. Kind of wets down the dirt, makes it not blow as bad. But I'm gonna go check things out. All right, so ignore the windshield wipers here. You can hardly see it. I'll try to zoom in, see if it doesn't want to. So there's a pivot there that's already turned over, flipped. You know, he tried to have it the right way, but we can never kind of guess what way it's gonna go. I'm just really glad we have some moisture coming in, because as you can tell, it's not blowing too bad with the dirt. It was really nasty, but anyways, a little better now. So I don't think they projected any wind at all, or any, they projected wind. They didn't project any rain at all. And I'll be honest, that is really saving our butts. I was not able to get it because I was driving, but before the rain started, when I was driving on a state highway, I literally could not see probably 5 feet in front of me. It was a little sketchy. I did not think the wind was supposed to pick up that quick, because I was going to try to do a few things before, and it came pretty fast. But this rain just makes it where the dust doesn't blow as bad, so hopefully it keeps it going and keeps the dust from at least blowing. I feel like we're in the eye of the storm at the moment, so it's not too bad, but this had cover out here, and what cover it did have is pretty much gone. Between the cows and just, I don't know how much wind. That was more than 70, I don't know what it was, but it was nasty. Just blew it all away. So I'm kind of debating whether or not I need to come here with something and try to work the ground just to try to help it. It's wet, so it should help for a little bit, but this wind will keep drying it out and be back to square one. But maybe that was the worst of it. Maybe we're done. I don't know. Find out. Guy had a tree fall down. That's nice. Totally wrecked my fence. Sucker was, yeah, fantastic. Well, looks like round 2 is about to show up here. You can kind of see this front coming in there. It was calm for about, I don't know, an hour, and here we go again. They said 107 miles per hour is what the wind got up to, so yeah, that is kind of fun. The fun part right now is I'm just not sure if I should work the ground or not. The rain's already gone, so the moisture, so that's pretty much, now it's gonna start blowing again. I'm just worried that if I chisel, it's gonna blow worse, and maybe it'll calm down, but probably not, so I probably should go work it, but I guess I'll go drive over there and see what it looks like. Alright, so this is what we're working with right now, guys. This sucks. I don't know if there's really much you could do about this one way or the other. Having cattle on it did not help at all, but pasture's blowing, just everything's blowing. And I think it's gonna be like this all day. I'm not sure if it did anything, if it would help when it's this much wind. It's just not good. There's some pipe there that's blowing, so that's nice. Oh, this sucks. Is it windy? Yeah, let's get into the truck. Well, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm pretty sick to my stomach at the moment. I talked to the dad, we kind of made the decision not to, well, for my field, not to worry about it, because we just feel like it's what's going to happen is going to happen. I don't think even if I did much, it would really make a difference. And probably by the time I got out there and did anything, it would probably be gone, or the wind would be done anyways. So that's no fun. It's making me sick. Some of it's on wheat ground that I had planted. Some of it's on alfalfa. It's just dry, and a no-till system when you don't have a lot going on and you're starting off, sometimes that can be what happens. Just looking here, we have corn stalks. You know, the corn stalks are holding the dirt. Now you see a lot of the trash or residue flying away, but it's better than dirt. I don't have any corn stalks over there, so it's just feed ground, and as I said, the cattle have kind of eaten a little bit and stirred up the ground enough that it's blowing. But when it's 85 miles per hour like this with top gusts, and as I said, up to 100 mile per hour on one radar said, it's kind of hard to keep much from blowing. You're gonna see dirt everywhere. Tomorrow's gonna be a cleanup day, so that's what we'll be probably doing, trying to get some pipe and stuff, trees, lots of stuff blowing over. Luckily not too many trees have fallen over yet, just large limbs, which is really surprising. But hopefully my pipe at least stays semi-close and I can go round it up. I had it all stacked, but it came off the stack and blew away. I'm sure there's lots of other damage, so I'll go take a look tomorrow and see what's going on other locations. But for now, I guess go sit inside and put on headphones or something and try to ignore this wind, because this is terrible. Days like this is not fun being a farmer. Just some things you just can't control. So I'll be back another day to see what things look like and go from there. See you guys. Cleaning up trees in our windbreak. Well, kind of windbreak. It's been destroyed over the years, but attempting to. It's just a few trees that fell over in here, and limbs and all kinds of things. Kind of a mess. Our goat's okay though. His fence isn't so hot, but I don't know where he's at. Old pet, I guess you'd call him, but he's somewhere. He's all right. There he is. Fat old goat. Turned into my mom's pet from my old herd back in the day. You doing all right? A few trees knocked down? You'd probably like to eat them. Oh, the fun of wind, guys. Problem is, a lot of these trees need to go. You can see that one behind me is marked with an X, saying it needs to get cut down. This tree probably needs to. The windbreak got burned a few years back because we had a fire restart after we were burning some ditches in about 50-mile-per-hour winds. We thought everything was out. 2 days later, fire came up and burned the bottom part of those windbreaks there. So a lot of our problem we're seeing is trees that need to go down. They're partially dead, but still never fun to have to clean them up when they're messes, and we just need to come through the whole farm with chainsaws and tear down a lot of trees. That's never fun. But wintertime is a good time to do it though. Here goes my fence. So this is not our pivot, but this is what you see in some of the areas. I think there's about 4 or 5 around us. It didn't really matter what direction they were pointed. Some were pointed in the right direction, still flipped over. But this is some of the major damage from the wind. So here's some other damage. This is our local elevator. And you can kind of see how the wind, 1, tore that down, but then 2, just kind of messed up the beams and structure itself. So, not good there.